Welcome back to Weak Tweets, featuring the weakest of the tweets I received this week, and there were very many weak tweets this week. But if you want to hear my responses to them, you're going to have to hit that subscribe button because this video is for subscribers only. So I'll pause the video and give you a second to do that. Okay, tweet number 1, making $40 million a year and somehow thinks he'll make it big with YouTube videos and cheap tees and hats, LOL, period. Apparently doing this and having merch and hats for people to, buy into and wear stuff that their player wears and create connections with fans is now a bad thing, according to Twitter, or something to be made fun of for. What do you guys think? If you guys think I should stop doing this because I'm thinking I'm gonna make it big with YouTube and that's not okay, tell me in the comments. But my guess is most fans want more players to do this type of stuff. So weak tweet number 1 in the books. Okay, let's see here. Weak tweet number 2. They are called rules. You are not supposed to break them. Since you need an Astros fan to explain this to you says a lot. Grammar. It's a thing. You should look into it. It will help you in life, I promise. That's all I have to say on that. Don't even know what that tweet is supposed to say. Like, since you need an Astros fan to explain this to you says a lot. Moving right along. Why don't you try pitching with both eyes open? $40 million for a pitcher who could only get 1 out before Doc had to roll the first inning over versus the lowly Mariners JV. We won the World Series without your look at me antics. Please act accordingly. So coming from a Dodgers fan, apparently, not for sure, but spring training games matter? Having fun in spring training matters? Training, even in spring training, matters? You would think that this would be fun and a time to enjoy spring training and the fact that baseball's back and fans are in the stands and all that. And when I talk about throwing with one eye closed and I say there's a very good reason behind it and then I'm actually training stuff, trying to get better in spring training where you're supposed to train to get better for the season would be a good thing. Apparently it's not, according to this internet troll. So don't know what to say to that. Lowly Mariners JV, they've roughed me up twice in spring training, so maybe they're not as lowly or JV. Just a thought. Judging by his first inning, maybe he should focus a little less on social media and closing one eye and a little more on, executing his pitches. But what if closing one eye was actually intended to help me execute my pitches? Then what? Might want to think about that. You excited for August 13th to 15th, or are you going to make up a fake injury to miss a start? Ashamed you had to troll us. Let me know what a Syndergaard fastball feels like. I'm assuming this is coming from a Mets fan. Very weak indeed to use someone else's future potential physical actions in an online written forum like Twitter. If you don't have a better argument than that you can make on Twitter, you shouldn't be on it. Go be in like UFC or I guess what would that be? You'd be like, I don't even know what that'd be called because you're not threatening the action. You're threatening to have someone else do the action to me, which is just can't even wrap my head around that one. What else? We got this strut makes me want to put him in a chokehold. That's a fair opinion. That's a fair opinion. But you tuned in for it and you know me for it. So seems like the marketing side of things is working because, you're tweeting about me. So thanks. Appreciate that. Would love for his implosion to knock down all the dominoes in the Dodgers clubhouse, all of them, every single one. I mean, they won the freaking World Series with that 2020 squad. Why toss that grenade? What were they thinking? But were is spelled W-E'-R-E, like we are, what we are they thinking? Grammar, it's a very difficult thing. Apparently, also, all the dominoes in the Dodgers clubhouse, like you think the dominoes are all just held together by just a little, and they all fall down. Clearly, you have no idea what's going on. And who's the grenade? Am I the grenade? I don't know. I guess that's why toss that grenade. But generally, you have a grenade that you toss. But they didn't have me. They acquired me. So I guess why have someone toss them that grenade? I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. And my implosion, I don't know. I guess we'll just see what happens there. And last but not least, there's a tweet from Jorge Castillo, and I want to make it clear that I'm not going after Jorge here. It's just strictly to read the comments to Jorge's tweet because those were all very weak comments. So Jorge says, Dave Roberts on getting vaccinated, quote, given the opportunity, I'm all in. Trevor Bauer on getting vaccinated, quote, it comes down to personal medical history and personal medical choices, so I don't really want to speak on that. Jorge was going through and asking a bunch of Dodger players and Dodger personnel what their thoughts on the vaccine was and potentially taking the vaccine, except that he asked me, Trevor, you know, about you taking the vaccine and your teammates taking the vaccine. Had I been talking to my teammates or something like that? So it was me and my teammates, and I didn't want to speak on behalf of anybody else because, you know, why would I speak on behalf of someone else's medical history? That doesn't make any sense. So I just said, you know, I don't want to speak on someone's personal medical history, and that's that. Let's read some of these comments. Bauer is obviously an anti-vaxxer. Let's not kid ourselves. So apparently not speaking on other people's medical choices makes me an anti-vaxxer. Let's see here. This is the guy who believes in analytics more than anyone else, but when science and medical health come around, he says, nah. Didn't say nah. And just not speaking on other people's medical situations seems like interesting. Bauer translated. Bauer translated, quote, I'm a selfish prick because I didn't want to speak for other people. Very interesting take, very interesting take. This is just one of the many reasons why it's so disappointing to have this tool on our team, meaning Bauer, of course, not Roberts. Because I don't like to speak on either my personal medical history or someone else's medical history. Makes me a tool. What tool am I? I'd like some clarity on that. This is probably the first time in his career that he has ever decided to, ever declined to speak on anything. Well, that's fair. Not true, but a fair assessment. I'll give you that. Definitely not true, but you know. If he doesn't want to get vaccinated, Bauer should just forfeit the season. Bold take. Not sure why that would be the case. I mean, we played an entire season last year. No one had the vaccine, so just forfeiting the season. And what does that mean? Do I forfeit the season for me or just for the Dodgers as a whole? Or like, and if it's just me, then wouldn't that be called like getting opted out or opting out? I don't know. Let's see here. Oh, Mets dodged a bullet. Mets dodged a bullet because I don't like speaking on behalf of my teammates or revealing my personal medical choices. So that's all for today's weak tweets. Lots of weak tweets in the comments. So many weak tweets on Twitter about me recently. It's pretty funny to read, actually. I'll be featuring them out here all year long on this and future installments of weak tweets. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.